Hi everyone, so good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with this. Just coming into the newsroom an hour ago, the Pullman mayor has declared an emergency over the natural gas leak outage that is impacting the city of Pullman and other nearby communities. Here's what we know so far. On Avista's website, they posted a map of the affected areas, and those include areas from Albion to Lewiston and Clarkston. The damaged gas pipeline is owned by Williams Pipeline and supplies Avista's natural gas. They say Williams Pipeline is currently working on repairs. Avista also posting they cannot turn on the gas to the impacted areas until those repairs have been made. They also say crews are going to each gas meter to make sure they are manually turned off, because that is a requirement and part of that whole process. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones was on the Palouse with how people are dealing with the gas leak.
Yeah, right now I'm at Spence's. This is a local hardware store. They're one of the few places that are open here in Moscow because we've been driving around all day. Take a look at these shelves right here. They're empty because these are the electric heaters. You got a ceramic heater, tabletop, space heater. All of those are gone. Yesterday, they said they had 200 heaters at the front of their store, completely emptied out. All we see right now that's left over are the propane heaters, things of that nature, trying to just improvise. Those are safe to put inside of your house, but they're waiting on more shipments of heaters because they're not sure how much longer this actual gas outage is going to be. As I mentioned, we drove around, we spoke with University of Idaho students, and we also spoke with some residents who live here in the area that they say they haven't experienced anything like this in quite some time, if ever. And one person told us they've had to boil water on their stovetop to make sure they have hot water for showers.
Students in this town, you know, are not in a position to be prepared for something like that. And, you know, I've built this house to be pretty much self-sufficient in it, and I kind of did get caught off guard a little bit.
Other residents that we've had a chance to speak with have told us they believe this could actually go on for several days, so that's what they're preparing for at this point. They're not sure how much longer they'll be without heat. That means they're stacking up on blankets, whatever they can to keep them warm for however long this gas outage is going to take place here in the Palouse. But for now, reporting in Moscow, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Brandon, thank you. Due to the gas leak, most of Washington State University has switched to an alternative heat source, according to school leaders. They announced that change on Facebook. And today, the school's Compton Union building, also known as the Cub, will stay open for faculty, staff, and students whose heating may be impacted. Also today, classes will go on as scheduled. And today through tomorrow, the University of Idaho's Moscow campus will be closed due to the gas leak. Classes are canceled and non-essential offices are closed at this time. The university said on Twitter that staff and students should check their email for any updates. And today, all non-essential businesses in the city of Moscow will be closed today because of the outage. Almost all the buildings in the city are heated by natural gas. All essential emergency services and facilities, of course, remaining open. City utility and sanitation services will not be impacted. City offices will remain closed tomorrow in observance of Veterans Day and plan to be reopened on Monday, November 13th. All right, tonight, the Gonzaga and WSU women's basketball teams, they will still play on the court in Pullman. Both teams tweeting saying they're headed to the Palouse tonight. They will be playing at the Beasley Coliseum coming up at 7 p.m. Certainly a developing situation. We'll continue to keep you updated on the breaking news, always right here on KREM 2 and, of course, always on KREM.com. In the meantime, just 4 minutes past noon right now, we're going to check in with Thomas Patrick, take a look at the weather forecast.
Yeah, good afternoon, Laura. And conditions aren't too bad as of this noon hour, now that we've gotten through a bit of that morning fog. But that cleared up, and even a little bit of filtered sunshine trying to come out from behind the clouds. But I think I would observe this as partly cloudy, almost mostly cloudy. I think I'll be optimistic, go partly cloudy. But it's still 36 degrees because of that low cloud cover this morning. Any sunshine that we've gotten hasn't really gotten the temperatures rolling just yet. Meanwhile, on the Palouse, where it's 44 degrees, not as foggy there this morning, so the temperatures started to climb up much quicker through those morning hours. So that's the difference between where we did see fog and where we didn't as of this morning. Now we're starting to see some higher level clouds start to build in. This is why I think it's more partly cloudy at the moment. But look at the rain just starting to get along the Washington coast. That's our next storm system. It is a cold front, but here's the thing. Where's the low pressure system attached to this? You got to follow it all the way up to Alaska. It is so far away that this is a very stretched out system. Yeah, it's got some moisture to play with along the coast, but by the time it reaches us, not nearly as much rain is going to fall. Rain it will for tomorrow morning, but it won't be a whole lot. So coming up, I'm going to detail just how thin or widespread the coverage is going to be for Friday morning's rainfall, and then again with another storm system on Saturday. But aside from that, I think our temperatures are going to stay pretty even keel through the weekend, maybe getting up to 50 if we can get a little bit more of that sunshine that's shining behind me.
The Kellogg man accused of killing a family of 4 over the summer was back in court yesterday. Major John Kaylor's defense is now asking the judge to throw out his confession, saying that law enforcement violated his rights after waiting 90 minutes to read him his Miranda rights. A Shoshone County lieutenant and an Idaho State Police detective both took the witness stand. The lieutenant says he was on scene for a matter of seconds before Kaylor voluntarily said that he shot his 4 neighbors. He then detained Kaylor and placed him in the back of his car. An Idaho State Police detective told the court that he did not ask any questions about the murders until after reading him his Miranda rights. Prosecutors say the confession was captured on body cam video. Now it's going to be up to the judge to decide if that evidence is indeed included in the trial, which is now scheduled to begin coming up January 9th. And certainly we brought it to you as breaking news yesterday. Today, we should get the next ballot count for the election in Spokane County. You may remember yesterday ballot counting was disrupted after suspicious letters were sent to 4 election offices throughout Washington state. Workers were evacuated here in the Spokane area after the white powder was found in the envelope. The powder found in Spokane tested positive for fentanyl. The Washington Secretary of State saying local, state, and federal investigators are now looking into all 4 incidents, calling them acts of terrorism.